Hey guys, welcome to a new sewing video. I finally managed to get my sewing machine prepared, which broke somewhere halfway through the last sewing video. It's all good now, so I can start a new project and I'm really excited about this one. So over Christmas I was watching the Czech movie 3 Wishes for Cinderella, Tři oříšky pro Popelku, and it's a Christmas classic. I believe it's from the 60s, maybe early 70s. Just a movie that is very dear to me and I always watch it every year. It inspired me. I am not a huge fan of most of the costumes. Obviously this was made at the time under communism and there just weren't that many materials available. They made do with what they had, but the costumes are kind of all over the place, if I may say so. But one item that I absolutely adore is the cape that Cinderella wears as she goes to the ball at the palace. I will insert a little clip here. So it is absolutely beautiful. I think this is so gorgeous and I kind of want to recreate that. Although for me personally I will use a different color fabric just to make it a little bit more wearable. I got this fabric at the market today. How do I even hold this up? I got a lot of it because her cape is longer than floor length. I'm not entirely sure how long I'm gonna make mine because that's not a very practical length. It should be a wool blend. This is what I like to call Elven Cloak color fabric, which means that depending on the light you see it in, it is brown, gray, green, none of those, all of them at the same time, you know, that typical kind of Hobbit Elven Cloak color, which I think is a perfect color for a cloak. Nice and dark and neutral, just the way I like it. The material's a little bit different. I think hers would have been maybe a little bit thinner. Once again, I'm working without a pattern, but this time I feel like it really shouldn't be that big of a problem as it's super simple. I mean, capes are pretty basic to make. This project will present a few new challenges. I'm going to be making covered buttons for the first time. I've never done that. And I also will be doing buttonholes and no holes, loops. Her buttons are fastened with the loops. I'm just really excited to get started, so let's go. Welcome to the I should have known this stage that I inevitably arrive at every sewing video. I got 3 meters of fabric, which means that my maximum length is 1.5 meters because I want it to be nice and wide. Half of 3 meters is 1.5, which means that this is going to be a floor length cape and not longer than that. So I think actually I'm just gonna cut this in two and then do that circle skirt thing to about as wide as I can get on one side. Hope I will be left with enough fabric to make a hood. I measured the circumference of my neck, made a little quarter of a circle here. I'm gonna cut this part off so that it's all even. I aligned the parts that I just cut so that I know that it's even on the bottom. Judging by this, I should have enough leftover fabric to make 4 hoods. If I feel like my cape isn't wide enough, I might just add one of those. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. You know what? I'm not gonna cut yet. I will think this over, get back to it tomorrow and see if maybe I have a better idea then. Guys, I cut out the pieces, I pinned them together, I have my 2 kind of main bits, and then I decided to use 2 of the leftover pieces to make a 3rd kind of triangle to put in there as well to make the bottom a little bit wider. But oh guys, this is a hot mess. I'm almost embarrassed to show you. But you know what? This is what a learning process is, right? And that's what we're all about here. So what happened is I kind of forgot I have shoulders. That's the first thing that went wrong. And I'm not just a neck that then, you know, extends into legs. So in result, I have no room for my shoulders here. and I get this weird like outward shape in my cape. Entirely unsure how to fix that, if I can fix it at all, but you know, we'll try. We need to move forward from here, of course. And then the back that I did, or just the bottom, I for some reason completely forgot that it needs to be round, and now it's just like a point in the back. But I think that should be fixable somehow if I just round off the bottom edges. I do like the fullness of it a lot better now, and it actually has a little bit of a train, which is good. That's true to the original, and I think I will keep that, but just not make it pointy. Very embarrassing and silly of me to forget about something so important. Maybe I need to do some research here, which of course I should have done before, but hey, I'm stubborn and I want to do everything by myself and then it doesn't work out. But okay, I'm gonna try and fix this. I will be back with better results. I hope. Fingers crossed. I took the extra triangle out of the back and actually attached the two halves in front here, which gives me a lot more room, actually allows the cloak to close in the front and for me to keep the original neckline. Still far from ideal. You can see the seam kind of runs towards the side and it's still not perfect. Out of all the options I've tried, this is by far the best one and the least invasive one that actually won't make me lose any fabric around the top. I'm just gonna attach this, sew it together and then go from there. That is actually much better. I'm glad. Oh no! Every single project, every single one, I attach one of the seams on the other side than all the others. The cape is assembled, it's looking pretty good. I fixed the mistake, so now I need to somehow even out this hem, the bottom. Make sure it is round and not pointy. You know what? This time, before I cut this out, I'm gonna pin it and see if it actually looks good, so that I don't make any more mistakes. Another attempt at pattern making. So I have my neck piece here. This should be long and high enough to wrap around my neck, and then this is gonna be my hood, pointed hood. I looked at some footage from the movie and it seems like her point is straight across the top and then angled at the bottom, so I hope that's right. Hers is made out of one piece. I don't have enough left to do both sides because my head is big. So I'm gonna have to piece it together, have one seam up top. I'm gonna start by cutting out the neck piece. I'm gonna make that 2 layers because it's gonna have to hold up that very heavy cape. And yeah, then I'll move on to the hood. I am very, very nearly finished. It's all assembled. Last thing I need to do now is make the little closure and then I'll be all done. So it's time to try and make these buttons. Now luckily the set came with instructions, so shouldn't be too hard to do. I have everything laid out here. Aww, it's not working. I think there's too much fabric here. Okay, I'm gonna take some small scissors and cut away some of that fabric. Alright, I cut away some of the fabric. I pressed down really hard. Here you can, yeah, obviously. And it did pop out a couple of times, but it seems to be in there now. So remove the button and hope for the best. And if it doesn't work because the fabric's just too thick, I will have to use a similar fabric, but this doesn't look too bad. I think we have ourselves a button, guys. It's done, guys. It's finished! I am beyond excited. It turned out a little bit different than I thought when I started this project, but I am so happy with it. In terms of quality, this is by far my best garment because it is actually finished the way it's supposed to be. The only thing I could do to improve this, I think, is to line the inside of the cape, but I don't even think that's necessary. It's a very simple piece, but it has some nice details. I'm quite happy with the way these buttons turned out in front here, and the hood and just everything. I am so glad that I was able to make this work, even though I had a pretty rough start with this project. I am super happy with it. I feel like I am definitely getting better at the technical side of things, finishing it properly and everything. By the time I do the end reveal, usually I still have to fill the seams and everything, but now it's all done and oh I have no idea when and where I will wear this, but I just know that it's pretty epic. It turned out very different from the inspiration that I used, but that's okay. The material's obviously different. It served as a nice inspiration, but I'm glad that mine turned out the way it did. I think it's very me, so I'm super happy with it. That brings us to the end of this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching me. So if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for loads more beauty and lifestyle content. If you would like to support me through Patreon or my merch store, there will be links in the description box below. Thank you so much for your support. There is another video here that I think you might also enjoy. You can go watch next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!